He suggested a new image for Sergeant Carter. No, he didn't suggest it. It was my own idea. It's just for one day and let Dame blows. Can't kill you to keep smiling for one day. No, but it's liable to make me awfully sick. All right, gentlemen. Let's line up quickly, if you please. That's right, quickly. Nice. Very nice. Careful, Pyle. We mustn't stumble. I'm sorry, Sergeant, but the reason I was late is I couldn't find my belt. Oh, well, that's all right. An honest excuse is better than no excuse at all. Next time, may I suggest that you leave your belt right next to your bunk so that you can't miss it? You got that? Good boy. I think he's on some kind of drug. All right, gentlemen. Left face. Forward march. Hey, Sarge, I don't understand why you're doing all this now. That Taylor dame isn't around. You never can tell with her. She can pop up any time, any place, and I ain't taking no chances. Left, right, left, hold free. Nice marching. Fellas, very nice. Good, good, very good. Nice, nice, very nice. All right, men, let's keep it moving. First men go through again. Come on, let's go. Good, good, very good. Sergeant Carter. Miss Taylor's here. Why, Miss Taylor? It's so nice to see you again. Welcome aboard, Mom. Sergeant Carter, I came to see Gomer. Well, we're glad to have you. And in fact, you're just in time to see one of our exercises. Thank you. Where's Gomer? He's right out there. See, he's the one crawling. Oh, yes, I see. Who? Gomer, I'm here. Hey, hey, B. Oh, you knucklehead. Well, you numbskull, you lame brain. How could you pull such a boneheaded stunt? Of all the knucklehead things to do, what if that had been a live grenade? Well, I'm sorry, Sergeant Carter. I don't know how in the world I could have done a thing like that. Well, I do. It's because you're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. What is the matter? Why are you shouting like that? Don't tell me you're angry with this poor boy again. Oh, no, I'm not angry. Not really angry. But Aunt B, he's got a right to be angry. I did a very wrong thing. That's right. Pyle, you did. Naughty, naughty. Sorry, Sergeant Carter. I really am sorry. Sorry? You're sorry? Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'm talking to him real nice. Ain't I, Miss Taylor? Nice and soft and kind. Well, it's an improvement. That's an improvement. Uh-huh. And this is the kind of sergeant you like your friend Gomer-Pyle to have? As a matter of fact, I would. Uh-huh. Well, I can't do it. I ain't that kind of sergeant, and I never will be Sergeant Carter. And, Pyle, if you think I'm going to drop this, you're nuts. I'm going to have you down there digging dishes and doing push-ups until you're blue in the face. You got that? Well, I never. Oh, Gomer, you poor dear. Really, Aunt B, there's a few things about Sergeant Carter and the Marines that you ought to know. Well, we'll have another interesting guest after this word from our sponsor. Hey, Pyle, are you sure your Aunt B.A. is going to be on TV tonight? Well, she said she was. She called me from the hotel right before she left. Hey, you guys cool at Carter? Well, has she been on yet? No, not yet. Sergeant Carter, if you want to sit down, you can have my chair. No, thanks. I'll stand. Our next guest is a lady I had on the radio program yesterday when we were interviewing out at camp. Henderson. She had some very interesting comments about her visits at the camp. I invited her down tonight to tell us a little more about them. How about a nice, warm welcome from Miss B. Taylor from Mayberry, North Carolina? Hi. Miss Taylor. I wrote this back here for you. There you are. Well, here we go, Sarge. Yeah, Ma, Barker. Now, Miss Taylor, when we talk, look, I want to set the record straight. What I said and did was what I thought was right, and no civilian's going to make me change my mind. Yes, I did. Quiet, Pyle. You cause enough trouble. Your complaints centered mainly around his Sergeant Carter. That's right. You said he was unfair and unreasonable. You remember telling me that? Yes, I remember. Now, would you mind telling our audience your experience with a sergeant? Well, when I met Sergeant Carter, the audience. Well, when I met Sergeant Carter, he just impressed me as a terribly ill-tempered man. He was shouting and yelling at my friend and ordering him to do things that were completely unnecessary, acting like a tyrant, in other words. Yes, when I went back today, the same thing happened again. There he was, shouting and yelling and screaming, in a way that I thought was entirely uncalled for. So I got the impression of a totally unreasonable and impossible man. I see. However, later I did have a talk with Gomer, and he pointed out some things to me that I hadn't realized before. You see, I was judging things from a civilian point of view, and then Gomer pointed out that no matter how Sergeant Carter screams or yells, it's only to make him a better Marine. You mean Gomer doesn't mind the screaming and yelling? No, heavens no. He's used to it. He says whenever Sergeant Carter makes a move, sand piles, or do push-ups, it's only to help him to remember not to do the same wrong thing twice. Well, your Gomer certainly seems to have changed your mind for you. Well, apparently Sergeant Carter has to do what he's doing. Otherwise, he'd end up with a platoon full of knuckleheads. Hey, Sarge, she made a hero out of you. Bless her heart. I knew she'd change her mind once she had a chance to think about it. Civilians have a lot to learn about the military. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Well, a new day, a new world, huh, Sergeant? To think yesterday you were afraid of losing your stripes. Afraid? I wasn't afraid. No. Terrified, but not afraid. Sergeant Carter? Oh, hi, pal. Hello, Miss Taylor. Hello, Sergeant Carter. Aunt B.A.'s fixing to leave, and she didn't want to leave without saying goodbye to you. Well, that's very nice of you, Miss Taylor. And by the way, I'd like to thank you for what you said about me last night. You were real good. And you look great, too. You know, you're very photogenic on television. Really? Oh. Well, thank you very much. Well, anyway, my bus will be leaving shortly, and I wanted to say it has been a pleasure to meet you, and I hope we'll meet again sometime. Likewise. Oh. So this is where you do your work, Yeah, this is where the brain work is done. Boyle? Right, Sarge? Oh. When's the last time those windows were cleaned? Why? What's the matter with them? Well, they look awfully grimy. You know, I got an hour and a half before my bus leaves. Aunt B, do you want to get you some vinegar? Why don't you go with me? Vinegar? Why would anybody want? Boy, if you want to see wind or shine, you just let Aunt B show you what she can do with vinegar. Now, wait a minute. According to regulations, no civilian is supposed to. You know, I don't understand why the Marines won't pay a few extra dollars and have a woman come in once or twice a week. Run along, Gomez. Come in here and work half a day here, and the next day we'll be married. Hey, Pyle, you got a visitor over in the rec room. A visitor? To see me? Yeah, but don't get too excited. She's a motherly type. The motherly type? I wonder who that could be. Hey, May. Gomer. Well, I did something. Gomer, for land's sakes, look at you. Why? I wouldn't know you if I saw you on the street right now. It's true. You're a different person. When you left Mayberry, you were a frail, scrawny thing. But look at you now. Gomer-Pyle, you're actually handsome. I'm Gomer, ain't I? Yes, you are. Well, you look mighty good yourself. This is just wonderful. Come on over here, Mr. Hale. What in the world are you doing here? Well, I'm on my way to Fresno. You remember my little niece, Judy May Olander? Uh-huh. Well, she's getting married. You don't say. Yes, and a good catch, too. The young fellow is a butcher down at the supermarket. You know the kind of money they make. Of course. He's supposed to be a lovely person, too. Wasn't that nice? Of course. At first I wasn't going to go, but Andy just insisted. He said, I needed a vacation from my household chores. Uh-huh. So I thought I would make a vacation, and I'd come and see you, too. Well, I'm sure glad you did. This is just wonderful. But tell me, how's everybody, Mayberry? Andy and Opie and the whole gang? Just fine. and I've got a lot of pictures. Gomer, would you have